Hello, 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 ladies and gents and animals all around. It is the After Hours Gaming League week number 5. My name, as you may or may not imagine, is Day9 from Day9.tv. Let's take a look at our current standings in the After Hours Gaming League. Microsoft seems nigh unbeatable. Can Twitter take them out this week? You can definitely find that out by going to AHGL.tv, checking those matches out. Today, the real competitor that we're looking at is Google versus Yelp. The number 2 spot versus the number 8 spot. Did a little casting of Yelp versus Dropbox last week, a highly entertaining series. Though Yelp has not been particularly strong in their lineup, and they will definitely be out of the running for one of those top 2 spots, they can put Google at jeopardy. Google is currently ranked number 2. Which means that they are battling with Amazon. Those two teams are both 3-1. If Google loses a couple games against Yelp or even loses the whole series, they will be almost out of the running for that number 2 ranked spot. Let's go ahead and introduce our teams. We have Team Yelp in the left corner versus none other than Team Google in the right corner. As we hop into the action, give a cheer for your favorite search engine. And let's pop into the game. In the bottom position, we got Morphe from Team Google. Morphe, who says that the team he fears most is Zynga, because StarCraft is a lot like Farmville, except easier. So we do see Ototo in the left position from Team Yelp. Ototo actually managing to pull the big bad. Well, he almost won. Did he win? He may have put up an incredible fight last week with the Zerg pieces on Shattered Temple. Can he manage to do the same and secure himself a guaranteed win in the After Hours Gaming League? It's only important that we find out. It's a Zerg versus Zerg. Going to be a south versus left position. Both players give the Overlord high five of drool before proceeding in to one another's bases. This is always a very interesting moment because a general technique you use if you're not as experienced in the late game of Zerg vs. Zerg, or just in the late game of StarCraft 2, is you just cheese the hell out of your opponent. You 6 pool, maybe you 10 pool, so you have some way to fall back if your cheese doesn't work. But now all of a sudden, both players can see everything that one another is doing. It is almost as though these players have complete and total information, have logged into one another's Facebooks, admiring all the past photos that have been uploaded and statuses past and present. And at this point, we see both of them just requiring gas at this point. Uh-oh, Ototo from Team Yelp, now planting down the spawning pool. Oh, Morphe, the Google Zerg, planting his spawning pool a little bit later. Looks like Morphe will have a little bit stronger of that economy. Now, I wanted to know for any of you who have not been to AHGL.tv, not only are there comprehensive team bios, but also coverage of all the matches from people such as myself, Total Biscuit, Husky, DJ Wheat. Oh, it is so fun. We even have Diggity doing some now as well. Definitely go check out the action, as this league is meant to be fun, and my god, do those commentators know how to have a good time. So both players continuing to build their drones all the way up to the 16 drone count. I think this is a reasonable play. If you tried to save up larva and rush with Zerglings to break in, your opponent would be able to see everything on the way and could respond with relative ease. Ototo, starting that queen now, has pulled units off gas, so he will be able to get the Zergling speed. Same story over in Morphe's base, except, oh, Morphe, you would leave guys in gas. Are you going to be going Banelings, Morphe? Morphe, are you going Banelings? It looks like Ototo has, squeezed his way out of the main. He didn't want to get picked off by one of those nasty queens. Ototo now making his pack o' lings. Both players essentially lining up with those upgrades and queen counts. Ototo just beginning to build additional Zerglings. Both players actually adding quite a few Zerglings on, except I'm so surprised that he's leaving guys in gas, with the exception of the Baneling Nest. Morphe, I didn't know people from Google were so cheesy. I thought they did it right. I thought that Google would be the kind of company to program some kind of giant bot to play StarCraft. Maybe that technology that you're using to make those driver-free cars you can have drive over to Ototo's house. But to Baneling bust him, that was the whole point of the algorithm. Google falling flat. Ototo now rushing in. It looks like, Banelings won't quite be up in time. He is going to meet an equal number of Zerglings at the top of the ramp, but they engage anyways, and Ototo pulling away. He does get a better concave for a moment, but literally no losses from either side. Morphe doesn't stay distracted for long, immediately adds that second larva and his way back We see Ototo in the left position, continuing to add on a lot of Zerglings. Uh-oh, there's all sorts of death and dying. Oh no, the speed finish from Morphe a little bit early, and the Yelp Zerg couldn't get away. Google tracking him down. Ototo desperately needs to get these extra Zerglings up. He does have 10 in production. Whoa, he has a lot in production right now. But will it be too many? I don't like the sound of this. We see a Roach Warren going down, and we saw this happen in Facebook versus Google as well. Oh, the Roach Warren coming up slightly too late, and there's one Zergling coming down. Ototo, look out! Look out, Ototo! Oh my god, what happened? Did you see it? Was there some sort of lag? That poor Baneling just did its own thing at the top of the ramp. Now we see Ototo in an awkward situation. Can he micro effectively enough to deal with the Baneling threat? God, he's freaking me out. We see Ototo trying to deal with that nice lineup of Zerglings. And oh, it looks like Morphe hits the money hit. And another strong blow. And Ototo moving out with his small force of Zerglings, doing his best he can, making 12, but the damage has been done. The Zergling numbers of Ototo dwindling so much. Google sprinting to a strong lead. The Broodlings, gimme, 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 dead. And now Morphe will be rushing up to the high ground, trying to continue this assault. Uh-oh, he might not even need to get any more Banelings. The rally point of the hatch is a little bit biffed. And oh, speaking of biffing, Ototo getting completely surrounded. Morphe, the Google Zerg, is overrunning everything, and there's the GG. Google takes the win in game number 1, a straightforward Zergling Baneling match here in the After Hours Gaming League. Keep in mind, Google was the clear favorite going into this series, but can Yelp pull off a win in any of these games? If they do, they will jeopardize the chance for Google to get into that top position. How symbolic. We're going to be going into game number 2 in just a sec. Brief break from everyone here at the Day 9 Casting Studio, which is more commonly known as my room. See ya in just a second for match number 2.